can, many of us who, I mean, my parents have since passed away, but at a time I was one of those adult caregivers. How can we, advocate for parents with signs of cognitive, decline? And what should we, what kinds of tests should we be asking for when we go to the doctor with our parent?
Yeah, really good question. I tell you, ongoing and open communication with your doctor is important. When seeking a diagnosis for memory loss, ask questions. Really be intentional. Be prepared to answer questions, and it's really there's a stigma in our community around many diseases,
Mhm.
but particularly memory loss, Alzheimer's and other dementia. So be prepared to be honest about what you're observing among with your loved one in terms of their potential warning signs, so that you can get a proper diagnosis. So the first step in following up on symptoms is finding a doctor you feel comfortable with. Many people contact their primary care physician about their thinking or memory concerns, and primary care doctors often oversee the diagnostic process themselves.
Mm.
So, the doctor will evaluate your loved one's overall health and identify any conditions that could affect how well memory, is being affected. And so, I tell you, when talking to your primary care physician about memory and thinking problems, ask how familiar they are with diagnosing dementia, and whether there are circumstances in which they would refer you to a specialist. So really be prepared to have questions, and maybe have questions listed. Jot some questions down before you get in that healthcare setting, so you can be prepared, right? And a few of the kind of providers you might encounter are a neurologist who specializes in diseases of the brain and nervous system, or a psychiatrist, who are these doctors are trained in general psychiatry with additional training in mental health and aging, or a psychologist, right, who has special training and testing to assess thinking abilities, including memory, attention, language, reading, and problem solving skills. And then there's a geriatrician, who specializes in the care of older adults. And so just coming to the healthcare system, to the diagnosis with questions and some background information could be very helpful for yourself and for the caregiving of for a loved one.